Hello.
Parade wave. Parade wave.
How you guys doing? Good to see you again. It's only been a week, but
Good.
here we are again. So
Back again. All right.
Yeah.
yeah, back here in Detroit. You guys are out in California in the sunshine, I take it.
It's sunny today. Yesterday we had a rare day of rain. It was really gray all day yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me, I was talking about this with my neighbor today. It's like, Detroit, the weather changes obviously 4 times a year with the seasons and whatnot. Do you guys ever miss any of that or no?
I kind of do. I wish we had more rain this year. We only had really a couple days so far this season. Hopefully we get a couple more. I think there's supposed to be some rain next week, but we need more rain here for sure.
Yeah, I've always said the easiest job in the world is weatherman in Las Vegas. Every time I go there, it's the same thing every single time.
Yeah,
Same.
A little
But,
hotter, a little colder, depending on the time of year. But yeah, it is the same in Vegas, isn't it?
Yeah, so I guess a pretty good gig is beating the Offspring as well. The new record's coming out April 16th on my wife's birthday. So thank you guys for doing that for her.
We did it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be sure to let her know that.
Shout out.
Yeah, Let the Bad Times Roll is coming out. To see a 10th album from you guys. I guess the obvious question is why the 9-year lag?
Yeah, we didn't have a record label telling us that we had to be done by a certain time. So we just kind of winged it.
Yeah.
We were kind of guessing when it needed to be done.
We're bad self-starters.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah. That may be one reason. Another reason is Dexter went back to school and got his PhD.
I did.
So that he said, it'll take me maybe 2 years to do that.
Took a little bit longer. 5 years.
5 years it took.
That is amazing, by the way. So now you're officially a doctor, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you demand people call you doctor or what?
He does.
In the studio. The band guys. Yes.
On the tour bus.
I don't hear you.
Dr. Dexter's bunk on the tour bus.
No, that's really unbelievable. My stepdaughter is the same way. She's got a chemical engineering degree from University of Michigan. I might have told you guys this last week, and now she's 33 and she's going back to college for all sorts of stuff. So that's what she does too.
Well, good for her though. Yeah, I mean, why get a real job when you can keep going back to school, right?
Yeah,
right, exactly.
Good for her.
Yeah. So let's get back to the record. So how long have you guys been working on this album? And did the pandemic help you to maybe put your nose to the grindstone a little bit more or no?
It was sort of off and on, like we said, over the last few years, but really most of it came together in the last few years, I guess. And we had it done. Really, we thought we were done right when the pandemic hit, and then thought, well, we don't want to put it out right this second, so let's just take a minute and look it over. And I'm kind of glad now that we had that time because I think we really made the record better.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. I just talked with Kid Rock the other day and stuff, and he was saying that because of the pandemic, he's had a chance to kind of go in and work over some of these songs. And even like somebody like Taylor Momsen from the Pretty Reckless, she told me the other day she didn't, her record's been done for a while. She didn't want to sit on it for too long. So I guess that's kind of the thing the musicians have kind of been dealing with as far as that too, is do you put it out during the pandemic or like you guys are doing here in April? Looks like things might be starting to, get on the upturn.
You don't want to release a record into a black hole, right? And that's actually why we did sit on it for a whole year.
Right.
But after a year, you're like, well, geez, how long are we going to wait? And we thought, let's just go ahead and put it out.
Yeah, that's exactly what Taylor said too. She's like, it's a song on there is called 25, and now she's 27. It's like, you can't wait too long to put this record out,
Same with us.
Yeah, we had the same song idea. Yeah.
We'll talk about that coming up here in a few, but I want to talk about this record. There's a few songs I wanted to ask you guys specifically about. 3 of them, actually. One of them is We Never Have Sex Anymore, which I thought was interesting. Tell me about that song real fast.
Yeah, it's a fun song about a real bummer part of being in a relationship. Everyone who's been in any kind of relationship, lasting more than a couple of weeks knows what it's like when the passion kind of wanes for a little bit, Sometimes you can get it back. Sometimes you have to move on. But everyone who's been in any relationship will understand what this is from. And it's kind of a fun, version of and a fun way of looking at that situation.
It seemed like something we thought everyone could relate to, but so it wasn't too much of a bummer. It's actually kind of a fun song.
Well, you guys have a lot of fun songs. And speaking of relationships, before I get back to the songs, I wanted to ask you guys obviously the original members of Offspring and stuff. What keeps you guys, in a good relationship with each other?
Well, we don't talk unless we're doing stuff like this.
We're not in the same room right now.
Yeah, and this is magic, green screen magic.
Well, I mean, we love what we do for sure.
Yeah.
And I think you got to know when to take breaks. Really, that's the thing. Don't go nonstop until you can't stand each other. Just go ahead and take a break, take a little
Yeah.
time off.
We both enjoy drinking, so when it gets bad, we just put everything aside and go have some drinks. That helps a lot too. Shoot the shit, talk about other
Yes,
things. You
the
know?
great alcohol is the great equalizer.
Yes.
Yeah, no question. Another song I wanted to ask you about is "In the Hall of the Mountain King." So, what's the deal with that?
Right. Yeah, there was this composer who wrote this song a couple years, 100 years ago, right? Edvard Grieg.
And everyone knows the song. You might not know the title, but everyone knows the song, right?
But he didn't master it. He didn't quite. He didn't do it in a way that it needed to be
It
done.
was so close.
So close.
It was a good effort. It was a good try.
Somebody finally needed to finish it the way it should have been done and put it to bed.
We're just trying to set the record straight on this song.
Yeah.
So we took it and we sort of tweaked it a little bit. And I think we got it there for him.
Yeah, it starts out like just a normal song and turns into a race really quickly and continues until it implodes.
Well, the first thing I thought of was Sabotage.
All right.
Apparently there's another old band that did this.
Oh,
But it was our idea and they stole it a long time ago before we
I
did
see.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we could check that one off. Okay. So now you guys got Gone Away as well. Now, is this the Five Finger Death Punch version that you guys covered?
Well, no, I mean, no, this,
yeah.
it is our song. No, we wrote the song, of course, and it came out a long time ago on the album Mixing on the Ombre. And we started doing it differently on the piano just to mix it up during the show and try to make it feel a little more personal. And we just got such a great reaction from the audience and lots of messages coming through social media saying we need to hear a recorded version of that song. So we decided to do one for the album.
No, it's cool. So is this the studio that you guys actually recorded and worked in and Bob Rock worked with you guys?
Yes, this is our studio. We're here in Huntington Beach where we live. And we've put this studio together over the last few years, and we do most of our recording here.
So it's got to be cool to have just a studio like that as opposed to renting someplace out and having to drive all over the place and all that kind of stuff, right?
For sure. I mean, it makes it a lot easier. It's all our stuff here, so we know where it is and we know when to pull, where to grab it. Like my favorite guitar, know where to grab it and
It's around here somewhere.
how to plug it in. And well, I can show you the one we use for the record the most is this baby.
This is a nice one.
It's a vintage, like early 60s SG Junior, and it's single coil pickup in it. And it's just got this great sound. So we use this on you probably more than any other guitar in the record, but my Strat is out in the control room. All the amps are out there, and the drum kit and stuff is out there, and that's where my Strat is. That's probably my favorite, and the Gretsch too. I have a old Gretsch Sparkle Jet that's out there.
I suppose it probably has its ups and downs having a studio so close because it's sometimes you can get an idea, you can go out and do it, but sometimes you're probably thinking to yourself, you're probably over-analyzing things and going out and redoing things, I'd imagine, every once in a while, right?
It's easy to fall into that rabbit hole for sure. I think that's partly why we tend to record for a couple weeks at a time, and then we just kind of stop because you kind of have to step back at some point and just take a break and then look at it a week later and see how you feel about it.
Fresh ears definitely help.
Yeah, that's it. I was talking to Toby Wright the other day, and I said the same thing. It's like you can do something and think it's the greatest thing in the world, then go to bed and wake up the next day and go, this ain't so great.
That happens. Yeah. We joke around instead of the phrase, this is where the magic happens. We say, this is where the heartbreak happens.
So I was talking with Alyssa before we got on, and I'm old enough where I played your guys' songs when they were brand new from Smash. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, is that the largest selling independent record or not?
That's the story we're sticking with.
That's what you're going to say. Okay.
We keep saying it. No one's corrected us yet. So.
No one's corrected us. I think that's true.
I know at the time. And I mean, that was at a time right before record sales started dropping off because of the internet. So
a record that will never been broken.
Yeah.
Never be broken.
Yeah, that's great. So, I mean, now it's 2021, all these years later, 10 albums later and stuff. I mean, it's got to blow your mind just looking back on your career. Smash was such a smash. It was just a gigantic success for you guys to kick it off.
Yeah, I mean, that was a real crazy time for us because we went from being a band for 10 years where we played, underground clubs and traveled across country in a van. Nobody knew who we were, to all of a sudden traveling all around the world and doing it full time. When Smash came out, we were on the road for a year and a half, you know,
Nonstop.
yeah, nonstop pretty much. And so yeah, it was different. Then we went back in the studio and made Ixnay, and then we were kind of like, well, gosh, everyone's expecting our sophomore slump, even though it's really our fourth record. You know, we tried not to react one way or the other. We tried not to prove our punk, you know, bona fides or our pop rock bona fides either. You know, let's just do what we do. And I think we did pretty well with that, and then continued to tour. Then came Americana, which was huge too. And that's just been, after
Gravy.
that, it's just been
Just gravy.
just so fun. Just so fun, you know.
Yeah, you made enough cash to you know, go and call yourself doctor now. So
That's right. It's all
There you go.
it's all Appletinis for us now.
well, I know you guys got other interviews. I just want to thank you for your time. Good luck on the record, April 16th. Let the bad times roll. I'll be getting it on vinyl, of course, and you know, doing that whole thing. Since you talked
Yeah.
about records, we got to get back into that now. So
Yeah, and cassettes. It might be coming out on cassette too.
That's
so
right.
We're looking forward to
That's
that.
what they're saying.
All
Great
right.
talking with you.
yeah. Hey, great talking with you guys. We'll see you next time you're in the Motor City. Okay.
All right.
Definitely.
Thank
Thank you.